Not too long ago, our family was in Baraboo, Wisconsin at Circus World, and under the big tent they had, as one of the shows, a man and a woman who were able to change clothes incredibly fast. They put a sheet over them and pull it back up, and all of a sudden they were wearing something completely different. Our kids' mouths were wide open. Like, how do they do that? So what does Dad do? He goes onto YouTube and he finds out exactly how it is that they do it, and then the shock and awe is gone a little bit, but still impressive, right? Well, what if you're living 2,000 years ago and Jesus, the Son of God, tells you after you've had a night of fishing where you caught nothing to go out and put your nets into the water, and all of a sudden your nets are filled. In fact, one boat filled, then a second boat filled, and the boats are almost sinking, and you come back to shore and your name is Peter, one of the owners of the boat. What do you feel? Whoa, that was really cool. Jesus, can you do that again sometime? I mean, that would have definitely been a thumbs up for the fish business on that day, and yet it wasn't just this awe and kind of giddy excitement about maybe seeing something like that again that struck Peter. Do you know what Peter did? Peter fell on his face before the feet of Jesus and said, "Go away from me, Lord, for I am a sinful man." Now, why in the world would Peter tell the one who just gave him 2 boatloads of fish to go away? That only makes sense if you understand what humans properly think when they're in the presence of the divine. It's just instinctive. Peter suddenly saw how small he was compared to the greatness of God. I don't know if that's a feeling that you've considered, but it's a feeling that's real. It's a feeling that for Peter was portrayed before his eyes when he saw something that just blew his mind. For us, sometimes it can seem like God is so far away and so maybe unreal that our minds don't get blown until maybe we're thinking about our own death, and then we get scared. Then we get scared because we feel guilt for our sins and we know that God is great. We feel our smallness in that moment. And when Peter felt his smallness, what did Jesus do next? Did he thunder? Did he say, "Yeah, you're right, you're without hope"? Jesus said to Peter, "Do not be afraid." Now, he didn't go in that moment to a full explanation of all of the things he was going to do to deal with Peter's sin, like take it on himself and suffer the eternal punishment and rise from the dead. But hey, if God tells you that you don't need to be afraid, you don't even need to know the details. You can simply know that God is telling you the truth. Are you serious? I don't need to be afraid anymore for the things that have brought me shame? And the answer is absolutely not. The Lord assures you that you do not need to be afraid. When you're not on your knees trembling anymore because of your past, then you're ready to stand up and take on the future. Peter's job was to be a fisher of men. Your job is to be a fisher of men, of people, to share this amazing peace in the face of fear. Yes, we need to know that God is great and we are small. But when that guilt comes right before our eyes, then we hear the words of Jesus. Don't be afraid. You have purpose in life. You have a reason to live. Live your life in peace for Jesus.